So I woke up this morning and it was Outbreak Day. And, every year on September 26th, I get very excited. It's The Last of Us Day. And about 5 years ago, we got the trailer for The Last of Us Part 2 and an actual release date, which was very exciting. It was like, yes, finally this game's actually happening. Well, here we are 5 years later getting a trailer to Season 2, which is, of course, adapting Game 2. Not all of it. This will only be 7 episodes and might be stretched into 3 seasons. But as of right now, we know it does not cover the whole thing. How much of it will cover, I am very curious on. I do not know. Now, as far as spoilers for the game, we'll try to limit them as much as we can just for this trailer reaction. I do want to do more of like a breakdown of the trailer, maybe in a different video. But for right now, this is going to be our reaction. We got news of this morning, like right after it dropped. And that was hours and hours and hours ago. And I was heading up to Sedona for work. So it has been on my mind all day. I've been wanting to watch this since the second it dropped, and not watching it has been a chore, avoiding all little like clips and whatnot online and people, showing what's up in here. So I have no idea what to suspect. How excited are you?
I'm very excited. I just avoided it because I was working all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I threw on my Last of Us Part 2 shirt this morning.
Yeah.
I didn't I guess I should have expected they might drop a trailer today, but I just didn't think they would. Now, are we going to get a date at the end of this trailer? I don't think we do, so I still think it's up in the air. It'll probably just say 2025, but my guess is March. I'm pretty convinced it's going to be in March. I know with the Emmy deadline that they have to have like the earliest episode up in like April or something to meet that like May 31st deadline or something like that. But I'm going with March. So, without further ado, let's do this thing. I can't wait. All right, and let's go. The therapy session.
Yeah.
Which we had guessed this was like a therapist. Well, Ellie, Jackson.
Yeah.
Jackson looks perfect.
It looks wonderful.
It's in the snow as it should be. Joel Miller. He's got his guitar, the Nirvana record. I have that on my very guitar. He's teaching her how to play. What'd she say?
I don't know.
I talked over it.
You can't heal something.
That's got to be Abby.
Just say it out loud.
That's
wow.
Dina. Oh my God, she's singing to her. Oh, I know what song that is.
Say the thing you'd like to say.
It just looks straight out of the game.
That scene is
Say it
devastating.
out loud, no matter what it is, no matter how
There was
bad.
Jesse with Tommy. The switchblade. That's some kind of infected. Abby!
Oh my gosh.
There's Abby again. Oh, she looks so good.
She looks so great.
Oh, that's going to be
Joel.
That's not. I'm trying not to spoil anything. A scar or a seraphite. Feel her love. Nice. So that's them in Seattle.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's when Isaac is torturing one of the seraphites.
Oh man.
That's below
Yeah.
in the tunnels. What song is this? Oh, that shot.
Oh no.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
once again, very limited dialogue. We're not giving any kind of an idea of a story. I mean, obviously we know what story they're going to be telling, so we don't really need that. But once again, it's really mostly just the same dialogue we got in that like little 10-15 second teaser that we got in the HBO compilation video with Catherine O'Hara's character, who looks like she's going to be like a therapist, like we had suggested. And it's just her dialogue to Joel, like, what did you do? Or, whatever, which we already know what he did, even if you didn't know what happened in the second game. She's talking about, like, what he did in the first season or the first game. Yeah, I mean, The only thing that's maybe different or like added here, everything else is exactly the same from what I can see, is what looks like an infected horde rushing Jackson.
Yeah.
Right, so that's
We saw
some added
that
thing, which we saw
in the
yeah,
teaser too. We were wondering.
Well, we had wondered if it was people or if it was going to be infected who were chasing people or a rival gang that was chasing people or something.
Yeah.
It looks like it's going to be a horde. That would make sense because of the horde that they encounter on the outskirts, Joel and Tommy, and the fact that they might make their way to Jackson makes sense. Plus, they're going to want to put in a little extra added action and whatnot. Not that this game is going to need it because there's tons and tons of action. So I don't feel like they need to really add anything in that regard. But regardless, I mean, all the guitar stuff is so important. I know
so important.
It might not look all that interesting to somebody who's not into the games, but the relationship that they form between them through those guitars
it's crazy
is
important.
So relevant to the story. And to see Joel's little butterfly on the frets, which I have on my guitar for that very reason. God, there's just it's something of course I want to go through with you, do frame by frame, scene by scene, and talk about everything in full spoiler discussion. But as expected, it looks absolutely perfect, phenomenal, the best adaptation I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, so much of it is it just looks like shots out of the game. Like the shot with Ellie in front of the window with all the foliage, like the plants and everything with her guitar. That's it just looks literally like a screenshot from the game. And I'm really happy about that. I like that they've been super faithful with recreating the environment and the atmosphere because, if you've played the games, it is such a wonderful and wonderfully immersive part of it is just how cool the environment and the settings are. And so I really like that. But yeah, this is kind of it's a teaser. I was gonna say this is definitely a teaser since there's no dialogue and you don't really get a sense of what's happening plot wise in the story. You just get flavors and emotional scenes and some hints at what might be going on. But yeah, I
mean, obviously we should do the breakdown. If you guys want to see a breakdown, please let us know because that's something I absolutely want to talk about. I wish I had the time. We're leaving for a movie in about 10-15 minutes here, otherwise I'd do it right now. That's what I want to do. And I don't know, we're probably going to not be able to get that up till tomorrow, which is really lame because I want to do it right now. But I saw something in here that I was not expecting to see here because of where it is in the game and how important it is to that moment in the game. And it's at the very, very end. It's very close to the end. We actually see something in here that's very close to the end of the game, which is kind of surprising to me because that means they're probably going to tell this structurally a little different and maybe use a different moment for this big moment.
Yeah.
But Joel's on the porch with his guitar at night. And that is one of, if not the most important scene in the entire game because of what it ends up meaning for characters.
Yeah.
Characters' decisions more than anything. So I was surprised to see it here. I would love to replay the game again before this comes out to make sure that doesn't pop up somewhere earlier in the game as well. I don't think it does, but maybe I'm misremembering that it's also included somewhere else. But it is 100% at the very, very end. And so that's kind of surprising that it would be here because I wouldn't think I would see that until season 4 if they're going to spread this into 3 seasons. But yeah, I mean, once again, Jackson, I know we've already been there, so this isn't new to us, but seeing it covered in snow, knowing the opening of the game with the snow fight and all that stuff, seeing what I'm only assuming is Ellie or Bella Ramsey's Ellie singing Take On Me to Dina.
Yeah.
the feels.
Definitely.
Just all
the
day the feels.
Yeah.
And I'm really hoping to see Pedro Pascal sing.
Me too.
I want them, of course, to... I don't know. Like, yeah, I probably want them to sing this songs
I think
from the game.
Yeah, I want because those songs are so wonderful.
They are.
And so fitting.
Could we see Ellie singing is it In the Valley of Death or Through the Valley of Death or whatever? That's my favorite song from the game. It was included in the original teaser for the game, which is my favorite teaser I've ever seen in my life to this day. And she sings that in there, and I listen to that song pretty regularly. So will that be in this show? If I hear that, because we already know Bella Ramsey can sing and play guitar.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
She has a channel. Now she's like very religious with her songs. Like she sings about like Jesus and whatnot in her songs, which is fine.
Yeah.
So this will be a tonal shift. But yeah, she has a wonderful voice and she's very good at guitar. So that's great.
Yeah.
You know, because I know that she can do that and it doesn't have to be like somebody else. She's like, dubbing in the voice.
Right. Like lip syncing too.
Right. Lip syncing and fake guitar and whatever. So, I'm going to play this again here. So we're going to say goodbye for now, but I want to watch this again and really soak it in and get every little shot. Because we missed some bits of dialogue as I was talking through it, trying to be like, oh, it's Jesse. Oh, it's Zena. Oh, it's guitar. It's this, it's that. It's very exciting. I mean, I couldn't be happy. This is exactly what I expected. To see Abby, right? Like, Caitlin Dever. Perfect.
Yeah. It's good to get her, like, full on in this.
I'm curious on how much weight she may have gained to play the role. Abby in the game is obviously, like... I always say obviously, like everyone knows, but you guys know what I mean. She's like a bodybuilder, basically, and she's very intimidating. She is as like polar opposites of Ellie's stature.
Yeah, yeah.
And Caitlin Dever is very small. In fact, she was originally eyed to play Ellie, and she would have been a fantastic Ellie had they went that route back when they were thinking about making it originally. Of course, I'm glad that we're getting this version, but that's it. I'm sorry, I rambled. This is the best shit ever. I couldn't be happier. Give me that release date. ASAP.
Yeah, I want to know when it's coming for sure.
Shit, man. So exciting. All right. Anything more?
No, that's all.
Yeah, we'll talk more about it. If you guys want to see us break this down and talk about every little individual scene, I will be more than happy to oblige. But if we do that, it will be full spoiler discussion. So if you don't want to know the story, I can't talk about this trailer without the spoilers.
Yeah.
So, anyway, we'll see you in the comments.